I know my love.
For most of the people watching, the Mickey Mouse Club is a memory of 1955. Black and white afternoons, Annette Funicello, Jimmie Dodd's voice, and the Mickey chant after school.
Or any good thing I can do to any fellow being, let me do it now and not defer or neglect it.
22 years later, in 1977, a second cast arrived in colored bell-bottoms, among them a teenage Lisa Whelchel, before the facts of life. Many of those earlier names are memories now too. We will come to them. But today we begin with the third, the children of the 80s, because the show is the part of their story that has lasted. Tate Lynche. In 1993, a 12-year-old singer from Florida named Mark Lynche joined the cast of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, where viewers came to know him as Tate. He stayed for 2 seasons, until the show ended in 1995, and was widely regarded as one of the most powerful vocalists in a cast that already included Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and Britney Spears. The work that followed never quite caught up to his voice. He appeared in the Broadway production of The Lion King in 2000. In 2004, he made it to the semifinals of American Idol's 3rd season, the same year his mother died. That same year, he was arrested for illegal possession of prescription narcotics. The signs of unraveling were already there. He largely left the entertainment business and stayed out of public view until December 2016, when he was arrested in New York after an altercation with a police officer and charged with assault. He died before the case could go to trial. His roommate found him in his Manhattan apartment on December 11, 2016. The cause of death was acute alcohol poisoning. He was 34. Several of his old castmates who had not seen him in years spoke afterward about a voice they remembered being the best in the room. Tiffini Hale. Tiffini Hale was 14 when she joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in its first season in 1989. She was one of the original 12 Mouseketeers in the show's revival, and within a year, Disney's record label had pulled her aside, along with 4 of her castmates, Dee Dee Magno, Chase Hampton, June Pierre, and Damon Pampolina, to form a pop group called The Party. The Party became the first act signed to Hollywood Records. They released several albums performed on the show and scored a top 30 hit with a 1991 cover of Dawkins' In My Dreams. For a few years, the 5 of them were everywhere. Concerts, magazine covers, Disney specials. Tiffini was, by all accounts of those who worked with her, the strongest pop voice in the group. Then the show ended, the band dissolved, and she quietly stepped away from the industry. In early December 2021, at her home, she suffered a cardiac arrest that left her in a coma. Her family was at her bedside. She died on Christmas morning at the age of 46. Her bandmates were the ones who announced her death publicly. They had reunited as a group in 2013 and 2019 without her, but they had always called her their sister. Damon Pampolina. Of the 5 Mouseketeers Disney's record label later chose to form The Party, Damon Pampolina was the youngest, 12 years old when he was cast in the first season of the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1989. He had grown up in a Filipino-American family with a strong musical streak, and the audition was the first major thing he had done. After the show and the band ran their course, Pampolina worked outside the industry and stayed close to his former bandmates. The group reunited without Tiffini Hale in 2013 and again in 2019. When Tiffini died on Christmas Day of 2021, it was Pampolina and the other surviving party members who posted the tribute that announced it to the public. He continues to perform with the remaining members of the party from time to time. The 5 of them, he has said in interviews, are the only people who quite understand what those early years were. Britney Spears. By the time Britney Spears joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1993, She had already auditioned for the show once and been told she was too young. She was 11 on the second try. Producers later said her audition song landed before she had finished it. She stayed for the show's final 2 seasons. What happened afterward is one of the most documented stories in modern pop. Baby One More Time, released in 1998, sold more than 10 million copies. She became, for a stretch of years, the most famous young woman in the world. Then, in 2007 and 2008, something gave way. The public watched her shave her head, attack a paparazzo's car with an umbrella, and lose custody of her 2 sons within the span of a few months. In February 2008, a California court placed her under a conservatorship, granting her father control over her finances and major decisions. It lasted 13 years. The hashtag Free Britney movement, started by fans, eventually pushed the courts and the press to look again. The conservatorship was terminated in November 2021. In her 2023 memoir, The Woman in Me, she wrote about the years leading up to all of it, including an abortion she said Justin Timberlake had pressured her into in their early 20s. She is 44. Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera had been singing the national anthem at Pittsburgh Penguins games since she was 9 and had appeared on Star Search at 8. She was 12 when she joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1993. The show, she would later say, was the first place she had ever felt safe. She had grown up in a home she has discussed publicly over the years. Her father, Fausto, was an army sergeant whose violence drove the family from base to base. When she was 7, her mother finally left, taking Christina and her younger sister with her. The song, I'm Okay, written for her 2002 album Stripped, is addressed directly to that father. After the Mickey Mouse Club ended in 1995, RCA signed her. Genie in a Bottle, released in 1999, was the #1 song of that year. Beautiful, in 2002, would become one of the defining songs of the decade for survivors of bullying and abuse. 5 Grammys followed. She has spoken of her father only rarely since, and never by name in recent years. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake had grown up singing country and gospel with his extended family in Memphis. He was 11 in 1993 when he joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club. 2 years after the show ended, he and his castmate JC Chasez were part of a new vocal group called NSYNC, which became one of the best-selling boy bands of the era. By the early 2000s, he had launched a solo career that produced 4 #1 albums. There were turns along the way that the public did not let him put down. The 2002 single Cry Me a River was widely understood to be about his breakup with Britney Spears. The 2004 Super Bowl halftime show, in which he tore part of Janet Jackson's costume on live television, became a watershed in how black female performers were treated by the industry and the press in its aftermath. He apologized to both women in the following decade. The apologies came late and were widely judged as such. In June 2024, he was arrested for driving while intoxicated near his home in Sag Harbor, New York. He pleaded guilty to a lesser charge 3 months later. The mugshot circulated for a few weeks, then faded. His wife, the actress Jessica Biel, stayed at his side. Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling was born in London, Ontario in 1980. He joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club at 12 in its 1993 season. His mother had to keep working back home in Canada, so during filming he lived in Orlando with the family of his fellow castmate, a quieter 12-year-old named Justin Timberlake. Gosling has rarely talked about his childhood at length. His father, a traveling salesman, left the family when Ryan was very young, and the years that followed were not easy for his mother to manage on her own. After the Mickey Mouse Club, he worked steadily on Canadian and American television for nearly a decade, Breaker High, Young Hercules, before The Notebook arrived in 2004 and made him, almost overnight, the kind of star whose face appears on magazine covers. He has avoided most of what comes with that. He lives in Los Angeles with the actress Eva Mendes and their 2 daughters. He gives interviews when he has a film out and otherwise tends to disappear from public view. Of all the children who came out of that 1993 cast, his is the story most often described as the one that worked. J.C. Chasez. J.C. Chasez was older than most of the others, 14 going on 15, when he joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1989. He had been adopted as an infant by a young couple in Bowie, Maryland, and had spent his early teens singing in school choirs and church groups. The show was the first thing he had ever done at scale. After it ended in 1995, he and Justin Timberlake, who had been his roommate during filming, joined a boy band that became NSYNC. For the next 6 years, he co-wrote much of the group's material and shared lead vocals with Timberlake. When the band paused, he tried a solo career. His 2004 album Schizophrenic was admired by critics, but did not connect commercially. He has spent the years since working as a producer, songwriter, and occasional reality television judge, rarely in the kind of spotlight his old bandmate kept on himself. Of the cast that became famous, he is the one most often described as having made peace with the parts that did not last. Keri Russell. Keri Russell had auditioned almost as an afterthought while moving with her family for her father's work at Nissan. She was 15 when she joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1991, and she stayed on the show for 3 seasons, during which she dated her fellow Mouseketeer Tony Lucca. Her real break came in 1998, when J.J. Abrams cast her as Felicity Porter, the bookish college student at the center of his first network television series. She won a Golden Globe for the role. 2 seasons in, she cut her hair short, and the resulting backlash, letters of complaint, falling ratings, a tabloid frenzy, became a strange case study in how viewers treated young female actors at the turn of the millennium. She worked steadily for the next decade in films before returning to television in 2013 as Elizabeth Jennings, the Soviet spy at the center of FX's The Americans. The role earned her 2 Emmy nominations. She's been with her co-star Matthew Rhys since 2013, and they share 3 children. The haircut, in the years since, has become a punchline she lets other people make. Tony Lucca. Tony Lucca came to the audition from Pontiac, Michigan, the oldest of 7 children in a working-class family. He was 15 when he joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1991, and he stayed for the show's final 4 seasons. For much of his time there, he dated his fellow Mouseketeer Keri Russell. The younger members of the cast looked up to him. Christina Aguilera would later say on national television that Britney Spears had once had a quiet crush on him from across the dressing rooms. None of it was acted upon. He thought of the younger kids as little sisters. After the show was canceled in 1995, Lucca moved to Los Angeles, briefly tried acting, then settled into a long career as a touring singer-songwriter, releasing more than 7 studio albums on his own label. In 2012, he came back to a national audience as a contestant on the 2nd season of The Voice. He finished 3rd on Adam Levine's team. He still tours with his wife and 2 children at home in Michigan. Nikki DeLoach. In Britney Spears' memoir, there is a dressing room shared by 3 of the youngest girls on the show: Britney herself, Christina Aguilera, and a 13-year-old from Waycross, Georgia, named Nikki DeLoach. DeLoach joined the all-new Mickey Mouse Club in 1992 and stayed through its final 3 seasons. After the show ended, she worked in television for 2 decades, mostly on cable and network procedurals, before becoming one of the most reliable leading actresses on the Hallmark Channel. Viewers of a certain generation know her face from dozens of holiday movies and made-for-television romances. The quieter story is the one her oldest son began telling the family in his earliest years. He was eventually diagnosed with Fragile X syndrome, a genetic condition that affects learning and development. DeLoach has spent much of her later career writing and speaking publicly about parenting through a diagnosis no one in her family had heard of before. Billy Pop. Attmore was already a seasoned child actor when he joined the new Mickey Mouse Club. Born in West Germany on March 19, 1965, he had appeared in the Disney adventure film Treasure of Matecum and was recognized as an exceptionally bright youngster with the intelligence quotient of a 12-year-old. After the show ended, Pop continued to pursue acting with determination. He appeared in the 5th season of The Brady Bunch in the episode Kelly's Kids and played a streetwise hood in the short-lived crime drama I Sheet. He also lent his voice to the character of Rocket Racer in the animated Spider-Man series, bringing energy to the Marvel Universe. Sadly, Billy Pop Attmore passed away on July 30th, 2023, at the age of 58. His brother Philip announced his passing on Instagram, remembering him as a talented performer who brought joy to many throughout his life. A celebration of his life was held in March 2024, with a slideshow of memories shared on YouTube. Scott Craig was a positive thinker and determined dreamer who was convinced from an early age that he would become a Mouseketeer. Born on February 9, 1964, in Los Angeles, California, he grew up with big dreams and an even bigger heart. His determination paid off when he was selected for the new Mickey Mouse Club in 1977. Scott quickly became a fan favorite on the show, known for his infectious energy and positive attitude. After the club ended, he appeared in the TV movie The Mouseketeers at Walt Disney World, which was filmed at the Magic Kingdom. He later moved to Las Vegas, Nevada, where he became the owner and operator of an artificial flower distributorship, building a life away from the entertainment industry. Tragically, Scott Craig passed away on December 30th, 2003, at the young age of 39. The cause of death was a respiratory infection that took him too soon. He is buried in Las Vegas, the city that became his home and where he built his post-Disney life. Nita Dee, born Nita Dee Giampaolo on August 6, 1966, was one of the best dancers in the new Mickey Mouse Club. She started dancing at the tender age of 3 when her mother enrolled her in dance classes, and by the time she was selected for the show, she had developed into an exceptional performer. Before becoming a Mouseketeer, Nita had no professional experience, but her natural talent shone through immediately. She was known for her grace, rhythm, and infectious energy on the show. After the club, she appeared in an episode of Fantasy Island and the ABC after-school special, The Big Hex of Little Lulu, continuing her acting career. She also appeared in Upbeat Aesop, an ABC production. Nita continues to be active on social media, where she shares updates about her life and career. She is a devoted wife and mother, and her Instagram posts show a woman who has found happiness and fulfillment after her time as a Mouseketeer. She remains connected to her fellow cast members and the Disney community. Mindy Feldman was the youngest of the 1977 Mouseketeers, but despite her age, she had more acting credits than any of her fellow cast members. Born on July 4, 1968, in Burbank, California, she had been a professional model since she was just 18 months old. Her early start in the entertainment industry gave her a unique perspective and maturity beyond her years. After the show, she continued to act in films, appearing in the coming-of-age classic Say Anything and the film South Beach Academy. She is the older sister of actor Corey Feldman, and the two have maintained a close relationship throughout their lives. Mindy is active on social media and often shares pictures and memories of her time as a Mouseketeer, connecting with fans and fellow cast members. She is a reminder that even a brief time in the spotlight can create a lifetime of memories and friendships. Her career demonstrates how early success can lead to opportunities throughout one's life. Angel Flores was born on August 13, 1963, in Hawaiian Gardens, California, and showed his talent early. He won a talent contest at the age of 8, and 4 years later, at just 12 years old, he became a Mouseketeer on the new Mickey Mouse Club. Angel was known for his infectious energy, his passion for performing, and his genuine love for the club and his fellow cast members. He brought joy and enthusiasm to every performance, whether it was singing, dancing, or acting in sketches. After the show, he continued to perform as a parade performer at Disneyland, keeping his connection to Disney alive. He appeared in later years as a performer at the happiest place on earth, entertaining guests and sharing his love of entertainment. Tragically, Angel Flores passed away on April 25, 1995, at the young age of 32. The cause of death was complications from AIDS. His death was a great loss to his family, friends, and fans, who remembered him as a kind and gentle soul with an unquenchable passion for life and performance. Allison Fonte was born on June 6, 1964 in Buena Park, California, and was a talented pianist and actress who was a Mouseketeer for 2 seasons on the new Mickey Mouse Club. Even at a young age, she demonstrated a work ethic and dedication that would serve her well throughout her life. Her mother once said that she never does anything half-heartedly, and that observation proved to be accurate. After the show ended, Allison attended Stanford University, one of the most prestigious universities in the country, where she excelled academically. She became a founding partner in the creative firm Pompeii AD, a company based in New York City that specialized in designing commercial spaces and retail environments. She later spun off part of that company into her own public relations firm, Allison Fonte Public Relations, where she helped clients build their brands and reach their audiences. She is a successful businesswoman who has used her creativity and intelligence to build a thriving career outside of the entertainment industry. She is also a passionate advocate for a healthy environment and is active on social media, where she shares her love of nature, art, design, and sustainable living. Shawnte Northcut was born on February 25, 1965, and was a talented actress and performer who appeared on The Bionic Woman, before becoming a Mouseketeer on the new Mickey Mouse Club. She was selected for the show at age 11 and quickly became part of the core group of performers. After the show, she appeared as Madge on an episode of The Facts of Life, the hit NBC sitcom that also featured fellow Mouseketeers Lisa Whelchel and Julie Piekarski. She also appeared in commercials for major brands like McDonald's, Mattel, Kellogg's, Starkist, High C, and Heath Candy Bars, building a career in advertising. She is proud of her place in entertainment history and has shared on social media that she was the second black girl to be cast as a series regular on the Mickey Mouse Club. She is an advocate for diversity in entertainment and continues to inspire others with her story. She remains active and connected to her fellow cast members, celebrating their shared legacy. Kelly Parsons was born on January 23, 1964, in Coral Gables, Florida, and was a standout performer on the new Mickey Mouse Club. She was the daughter of Jesse Parsons and Joan Charlton, and had been performing since she could remember. Kelly was known for her talent, her beauty, and her infectious personality that made her a fan favorite on the show. After the show, she went on to have a successful career in beauty pageants, winning her first pageant in 1975 when she was only 11 years old. She was crowned Miss California in 1986, a major achievement in the pageant world, and was the runner-up in the Miss USA pageant, competing against the most talented and beautiful women in the country. She also continued to act, with a role in the horror film Evils of the Night. She is a reminder that the skills and confidence gained as a Mouseketeer can lead to success in many different fields and pursuits. Her story demonstrates the lasting impact of early success. Julie Piekarski was a series regular on the first season of The Facts of Life, along with fellow Mouseketeer Lisa Whelchel. The two young actresses played important roles in the early success of the NBC sitcom, which became a cultural phenomenon. Julie also made notable guest appearances on popular TV shows like Three's Company, the hit sitcom that dominated the airwaves in the late 1970s. After her time in the spotlight, Julie made the decision to move to St. Louis, Missouri, to raise her family away from the entertainment industry. She focused on her role as a mother to her 3 children, finding fulfillment in family life. She has worked as a reporter for a local TV station in St. Louis, using her communication skills and on-camera experience in a different capacity. She has also appeared in a film with her daughter, maintaining some connection to the entertainment world while prioritizing her family. She is a devoted mother who has found a balance between her career and her family life, demonstrating that there are many paths to success and happiness. Todd Turquand had a number of acting credits before becoming a Mouseketeer on the new Mickey Mouse Club. He made many notable appearances on the TV show Rhoda, the popular sitcom spin-off from The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and appeared in the horror film Burnt Offerings, which was based on a best-selling novel. His early experience in television and film gave him valuable skills and connections in the entertainment industry. After the show, he continued to act, with a role in the TV movie The Mouseketeers at Walt Disney World, which was filmed at the Magic Kingdom. He worked alongside his fellow cast members to create memories for viewers and to showcase the magic of Disney. He has since left the entertainment industry and has built a career in sales, finding success in a different field. He is a father and a husband, and he has found happiness and fulfillment outside of the spotlight. His journey demonstrates that success in entertainment can lead to opportunities in other fields. Lisa Whelchel is perhaps the most famous of the 1977 Mouseketeers and has had the most successful career. Born on May 29, 1963, she became a household name as Blair Warner on the hit sitcom The Facts of Life, which aired from 1979 to 1988 and became a cultural phenomenon. She appeared in all 7 seasons of the show, becoming one of the most recognizable faces on television. After The Facts of Life ended, she has had a successful career as a Christian author and speaker, writing books and giving talks about faith, family, and personal growth. In 2012, she was a contestant on the reality show Survivor Philippines, where she finished in 2nd place, proving that she could compete with the best. She is a mother of 3 and a grandmother, and she continues to be a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. She has maintained her connection to her fellow Mouseketeers and frequently appears at reunions and special events. Her career demonstrates the lasting impact of early success and the importance of adapting and growing throughout one's life. Curtis Wong was a talented dancer and performer who appeared on an episode of Different Strokes, the hit NBC sitcom that starred Gary Coleman and Todd Bridges. The show was groundbreaking for its portrayal of an interracial family and addressed important social issues. Curtis brought his energy and talent to the show, making an impression on viewers and producers alike. After his time as a Mouseketeer, he continued to pursue his passion for music and dance. He has since launched a musical workshop called School Stars, where he helps to train the next generation of performers. He is a dedicated teacher and mentor who is passionate about sharing his love of music and dance with young people. He believes in nurturing talent and helping young performers develop their skills and confidence. He is a testament to the lasting impact of the Mickey Mouse Club and its ability to inspire and nurture young talent. His work with school stars demonstrates his commitment to giving back to the community and helping others achieve their dreams. Walt Disney spotted her in the audience of an outdoor dance recital in Burbank in 1955, watched her perform the lead in Swan Lake, and quietly arranged an audition. Annette Funicello was 13 years old. She had no idea who he was until someone told her afterward. Within weeks, she was a Mouseketeer. She became the face of the show almost immediately, not because Disney pushed her hardest, but because the audience decided. Fan mail poured in at a rate that baffled the studio. By the end of the first season, she was receiving 6,000 letters a month. There was something in her manner, a warmth that read as completely genuine through the screen, because it was.
He could be with me, with us, and I know that he is, and that makes me happy.
After the show ended, she stayed close to Disney, appearing in films and television specials, and then moved into the beach party movies of the early 60s alongside Frankie Avalon. Tall Paul, Pineapple Princess, a string of top 40 singles. She made it all look effortless. In the mid-80s, she quietly received a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. She kept it private for 5 years, not wanting to worry her fans. When she went public in 1992, the response was overwhelming. She spent the next 2 decades managing a progressive illness with a composure that people who knew her said was entirely in character. She died on April 8, 2013 at 70 in Bakersfield, California. The woman who had been America's Mouseketeer faced the end the same way she had faced everything, without a great deal of fuss.
Well, Jimmy, I thought the Mouseketeers would like to meet my brother, Bobby, who's his second best fencer in the world.
Oh, yeah?
He auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club by doing an impression of singer Johnny Ray performing Cry, and it got him in the door. That was Johnny Crawford at 9 years old, resourceful, musical, a little cheeky. He was one of the original 24 Mouseketeers when the show premiered in the fall of 1955. After 1 season, Disney cut the cast in half. Crawford was out. He later said it left him feeling like a has-been at 9. He didn't stay down long. By 1958, he was playing Mark McCain, Chuck Connor's son on The Rifleman, and by 13 had an Emmy nomination for the role. He and Connors developed one of the most convincing father-son bonds in television history. Connors reportedly refused to let the series be canceled, knowing what the role meant to the boy. Crawford stayed close to him until Connors died in 1992. In the 1960s, he had 4 top 40 pop hits and a brief run as a teen heartthrob. In the 1990s, he founded the Johnny Crawford Orchestra, a vintage dance band that became a genuine labor of love. He led it for more than 20 years. Then in 2019 came the Alzheimer's diagnosis. Fellow Mouseketeer Paul Peterson, who had remained a friend across the decades, organized a GoFundMe to help cover his care. Crawford died on April 29, 2021 at 75, with his wife Charlotte beside him. He had also contracted COVID-19 in his final weeks. The has-been at 9 had lived a very full life.
We sit here at the switchboard daily answering the phone. We take requests from you and you and you.
Karen Pendleton was 9 years old and had never acted in her life when she auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club. She knew how to tap dance, and when nerves hit her mid-audition, she got the giggles. They hired her anyway. Something about that response must have seemed exactly right for what the show needed. She appeared for 4 seasons, often introducing cartoon segments with a naturalness that came from not thinking too hard about the camera. When her contract expired in 1959, Disney wanted to keep her on. Her father said no. Back in the ordinary world of school, classmates teased her. "Wiggle your ears and we'll give you some cheese." And she weathered it. She went on, finished school, married, and had her daughter Stacy in 1973. 10 years after that, in 1983, a car accident left her paralyzed from the waist down. She was divorced at the time, and suddenly navigating life in a wheelchair as a single mother. She described those years honestly as hard. What followed was not a simple recovery story, but something more real. She earned a bachelor's degree, then a master's, and became an advocate for disabled people and survivors of abuse. She attended several Mouseketeer reunions in her later years, arriving with the same warmth that had made her easy to like as a child. She died in October 2019. She was 73.
With music, fun with music, making music is fun.
Dennis Day appeared on the Mickey Mouse Club for 2 seasons in the late 1950s, then stepped away from the industry and, for the most part, away from public life. He surfaced for a reunion special in 1980, was photographed among his fellow Mouseketeers, and then went quiet again. He had built a life in rural Oregon with his partner Ernest Caswell, whom he had been with since around 1974. They worked at a local living history center, performed at Renaissance fairs, and together built a small business selling wine jams and jellies. It was a life assembled carefully, away from anything resembling a spotlight. Ernest developed dementia in his later years, and the two men became vulnerable. A live-in handyman named Daniel Berta moved into their home. In July 2018, Ernest reported Dennis missing. Police questioned Berta and noted what appeared to be injuries on his hands but took no further action. When a neighbor reported a severe smell coming from the house, officers searched it and walked over Dennis Day's body, hidden under a pile of clothing, without finding him. 9 more months passed before he was finally discovered, and Berta eventually admitted to the killing. 2 additional individuals were later arrested in connection with the theft of Dennis's car and personal belongings. He was 76 years old. The gentleness of the life he had built made the circumstances of his death all the harder to absorb.
We received a phone call, and it was from a man from casting at Disney studio named Mr. Traver. And he said, we're looking for talented young boys and girls that can...
London-born Dorene Tracy was one of the more versatile performers among the original Mouseketeers, talented enough to be cast in the 1956 Disney film Westward Ho! The Wagons, while the show was still running. Her castmates nicknamed her Our Dodo, and fellow Mouseketeer Tommy Cole later remembered that she always had a smile on her face. She seemed to fit the show's wholesome image without effort. After leaving the Mickey Mouse Club, she performed for military audiences during the Vietnam era, toured, and kept working. Then, in December 1976, she appeared in the adult men's magazine gallery, wearing nothing but her Mouseketeer ears. The headline on the cover read, "Little Dorene Grows Up." Disney fired her the moment it came out. Years later, Dorene was candid about the choice. In her 2001 autobiography, she wrote that ego and a failure to think through consequences had led her there, and that she regretted it. Disney, to their credit, accepted that. She was welcomed back into the fold and appeared at the official Mouseketeer reunion in 2015 at the D23 Expo, alongside 7 of her surviving castmates. It was her last public appearance on television. She died in 2018 after a 2-year battle with cancer. The smile her colleagues had always remembered was, by all accounts, still present at the reunion. Of all the Mouseketeers, Darlene Gillespie came closest to matching Annette Funicello's popularity during the show's original run.
My hand and walk with me along the pike. Yes, that's what I would really like. But I'm all alone at Coney.
And for much of that time, the two were quietly in competition for the top spot. Darlene was Canadian-born, became a U.S. citizen in 1956, and had a voice and stage presence that distinguished her from the beginning. She recorded albums for Disney and appeared in television shows including National Velvet and Dr. Kildare after the show ended. The competition with Annette, at least in the public eye, was one she didn't win. Annette's career continued to build while Darlene's plateaued, and by the 1980s, she had largely stepped away from entertainment. She trained as a nurse. She married 3 times. Her 3rd husband died in 2008. What followed was more damaging than any career disappointment. In 1998, Darlene was convicted on 12 counts including conspiracy, securities fraud, mail fraud, obstruction of justice, and perjury. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison. She maintained her innocence throughout and never stopped saying so. A separate conviction related to check fraud added 3 months to her confinement. She later had a legal dispute with Disney over compensation, eventually settling out of court. As of 2011, she was living quietly in California. The distance between the girl in the mouse ears and where life had taken her was considerable. Dallas Johann has the distinction of being the first Mouseketeer hired for the Mickey Mouse Club, and the first never to appear in a single episode of it. He was 13 in 1955 when he was selected, featured in the promotional photographs, and then promptly discovered to have such severe stage fright that he wept whenever a camera pointed at him. The production let him go before filming properly began. To add a particular sting to the situation, his older brother John Lee Johann was hired to replace him. The two Johanns had arrived together, and only one left with a job. What Dallas wanted, it turned out, was simply to dance. The cameras and the performing persona were the problem, not the movement itself. And he did get there. By the mid-1960s, he had appeared as an uncredited dancer in 2 Elvis Presley films, Viva Las Vegas and Kissin' Cousins. He also danced in several Broadway productions through the 60s and 70s, including The Pajama Game and The Rothschilds. As recently as 2014, Dallas and his wife, photographer Susan Johann, were judging a dirty dancing contest at an arts center in North Carolina, where they had settled. The stage fright that had cost him his place on a landmark television show never defined him. He simply found a different way in. There was a certain logic to casting the sons of Mickey Rooney on a show for American kids.
He and Roy and Walt, they were all there at the studio in Buena Vista. And at that time, I was 6, 7, 8 years old, and we were...
The elder Rooney was one of the most famous entertainers in the country, and his boys had grown up around performance. Mickey Jr. and Tim were genuinely talented. The production records confirmed they could act, dance, and sing. They were hired on those merits. They lasted roughly a year before being fired for sneaking into the Disney ink and paint department, where teams of mostly women artists applied color to the studio's animated films and switching the paints around by pouring the contents of one can into another. It was the kind of prank that sounds almost charming in the retelling, and the kind that the studio could not overlook. Both boys were gone by 1956. Each went on to other careers in entertainment, though neither approached their father's level of fame. What makes their story more complicated is what happened later within the Rooney family itself. Mickey Rooney Sr., in his final years, accused members of his family of elder abuse and financial exploitation, and when he died in 2014, he had legally disinherited all 8 of his children, including Mickey Jr. and Tim. The mischief in the paint department turned out to be the least of the complications their father brought into their lives. Paul Peterson was 9 years old and had been a Mouseketeer for 3 weeks when he punched a crew member in the stomach. The man had been calling him Mouse, a nickname Paul had made clear he hated. He told him to stop, called him a name, and threw the punch. Walt Disney was standing nearby and witnessed the whole exchange. Disney called Paul in later that day and fired him. Paul later said he laughs about it every time he tells it. What he did next was less funny and more impressive. He became a teen idol through the late 1950s and into the 1960s as Jeff on the Donna Reed Show, a role he played for 8 years. When the show ended, Hollywood moved on from him, as it tends to do with child performers who age into awkwardness. What Paul Peterson did with that experience was build something lasting. He founded a minor consideration, an advocacy organization dedicated to the welfare of child actors, helping young performers establish boundaries, understand their contracts, and prepare for the professional silence that often follows early fame. For decades, he has been the person who shows up when a former child star needs guidance or support.
Definition, but the truth is, the federal government, for workers, says anyone over 40 is a senior worker.
He organized the GoFundMe for fellow Mouseketeer Johnny Crawford when Alzheimer's care became financially impossible. The boy who threw a punch at 9 turned out to be one of the more quietly useful people to come out of that era of television.
It's the way we get to see a mouse cartoon for you and me.
Billie Jean Beanblossom danced in the background for one season of the Mickey Mouse Club, and then, for the most part, disappeared from public view. She had a brief appearance on The Muppet Show in 1974, but hers was not a name that stayed in the cultural conversation the way some of her fellow Mouseketeers did. In 1995, that changed, though not in a way she would have chosen. Billie Jean, by then going by Billie Jean Matai, was at Disneyland with her children and grandchildren when the group was robbed at gunpoint in the park's own parking lot. The gunman took more than $1,600, their credit cards, and their identification, and was never caught. What followed made things worse. Billie Jean alleged that Disneyland's security staff refused to assist after the robbery and instead held the family for hours of questioning. Her grandchildren, already shaken, witnessed Disney character performers removing the heads of their costumes nearby, an accidental exposure to the machinery behind the magic. She sued the park. The judge eventually dismissed the case, ruling that what the children had seen was of no meaningful consequence. Billie Jean did eventually make her peace with Disney and appeared at the 2015 reunion. But the experience of being victimized on Disney property and then held and dismissed by its staff is a story she lived that fits no version of the fairy tale. Imagine a young star who once shone brightly on the Mickey Mouse Club. Mike Smith, an original Mouseketeer from the 1955 to 1956 season, was part of the Red Team alongside Annette Funicello. With a captivating smile and undeniable charm, he brought joy to countless viewers. Yet after the curtains closed, he struggled to find his place in an ever-changing industry. Life after fame can be complex, and for some it ends too soon. Mike Smith's journey as a child performer was marked by early success, but he faced challenges in his later years. He died on December 3, 1982, at the age of 37, becoming the first original Mouseketeer to pass away. His story serves as a reminder of the fragility of fame and the importance of supporting those who have been in the spotlight. The loss of any young talent is deeply felt by those who remember their performances. Let's honor their memory by acknowledging the challenges they faced and the joy they brought to our lives. Karen Pendleton was just 9 years old when she became one of the original Mouseketeers in 1955. With her signature pigtails and bright smile, she quickly became a fan favorite, one of only 9 cast members to appear in every season of the original Mickey Mouse Club. She danced, sang, and grew up on screen during America's golden age of television. Her popularity even earned her a miniseries, Karen in Cartoonland, showcasing her talent. After the show ended, Karen stepped away from fame. She worked briefly at May Department Store and Prudential before focusing on raising her daughter. In 1983, a car accident left her paralyzed from the waist down, but she persevered, earning degrees in psychology and advocating for people with disabilities. She worked at a shelter for battered women and served on the board for the California Association of the Physically Handicapped. Karen continued to attend Disney reunions, reliving fond memories with her Mouseketeer family. On October 6, 2019, Karen died of a heart attack at age 73. She was a Mouseketeer who grew into a woman of quiet resilience, strength, and grace, leaving behind a legacy of courage and dedication. Mark Sutherland, a former Mouseketeer, once shone brightly on the Mickey Mouse Club in its inaugural season of 1955.
Well, howdy and welcome to Mark's Music Mark.
Born in Orange, California, he had a brief but memorable stint in the spotlight. After being let go before the show's second season, Mark chose not to pursue a career in show business. Instead, he led a private life, far from the Hollywood limelight. Mark's decision to step away from fame was a deliberate choice. Unlike some of his fellow Mouseketeers who continued in the entertainment industry, he carried his early brush with fame with quiet dignity, never seeking to regain the spotlight. Mark Sutherland passed away in 2022, leaving behind a legacy as part of a beloved chapter in television history. Though his passing drew little media attention, for those who remember him on that iconic stage with mouse ears and a smile, Mark remains a cherished memory. His story may be whispered among fan pages, but his contribution to the Mickey Mouse Club remains an enduring part of its legacy. Dick Dodd was the Mouseketeer who swapped his ears for a drum kit and ended up making rock history. Born Joseph Richard Dodd Jr. in Hermosa Beach, California, he joined the Mickey Mouse Club at just 9 years old in 1955. With his boyish charm and energy, he quickly became a fan favorite. It was during his time on the show that he first picked up a snare drum, one gifted to him by fellow Mouseketeer Annette Funicello. By the early 60s, Dick was a rising name in surf rock, playing with the Bel Airs and Eddie and the Showmen. But it was in 1964, as drummer and lead singer for the Standalls, that he hit his stride. Their hit song Dirty Water, recorded in 1965, became an unexpected anthem for Boston, even though the band had no ties to the city. After leaving the Standalls in 1968, Dodd launched a solo career and later reunited with the band for nostalgic performances. A devoted Red Sox fan in later years, he even performed Dirty Water at Fenway Park. In 2013, Dick revealed he was battling stage 4 cancer. He passed away that November 29, 2013 at age 68, surrounded by family. From Mouseketeer to rock icon, Dick Dodd left behind a rhythm and voice that still echo through the decades. Dennis Day was one of the original Mouseketeers, captivating audiences with his charm during the Mickey Mouse Club's debut in 1955.
Time to twist our mousket dial to the right and the left with a great big smile.
After fame faded, Dennis moved to Oregon, living a quiet life with his partner of over 45 years, Ernie Caswell. In July 2018, Dennis disappeared, leaving behind his beloved pets. His husband, hospitalized at the time, reported him missing. Concerns grew, but answers were slow to come. Nearly a year later, authorities found Dennis's remains hidden beneath a pile of clothes in his own home. His roommate, Daniel James Berta, was later arrested and sentenced in connection with his death. The case highlighted the challenges in identifying the remains and the legal delays. Dennis's story is a poignant reminder that even those who once shone in the spotlight can fade into obscurity until the truth is uncovered. His legacy serves as a testament to the fleeting nature of fame and the importance of remembering those who once brought joy to so many. Tim Rooney was more than just the son of Hollywood legend Mickey Rooney. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, to Mickey Rooney and former Miss Alabama Betty Jane Reyes, Tim faced early challenges, including a bout of polio in 1957 that left him paralyzed for 2 years. Despite this, he showed resilience and pursued a career in acting. Initially selected as a Mouseketeer in 1955, Tim's Disney stint was cut short due to mischief. He went on to appear in films like Village of the Giants and Riot on Sunset Strip, and TV shows such as Dr. Kildare, Bewitched, and Maverick. In 1964 to 1965, he co-starred with his father in Mickey. However, his career was eventually impacted by dermatomyositis, a rare muscle disease. On September 23, 2006, Tim passed away at 59 from pneumonia, a complication of his condition. Though he never reached his father's stardom, Tim left behind his own legacy as a talented actor who brought joy to audiences across America. His story is a testament to perseverance and the enduring impact of his work. Mickey Rooney Jr. lived a life where his name was both a blessing and a burden. As the eldest son of Hollywood legend Mickey Rooney, he was among the original cast of the Mickey Mouse Club in 1955. However, his time as a Mouseketeer was cut short due to mischief, including a notorious incident involving the studio's paint department. Beyond Disney, Mickey Jr. pursued acting and music, appearing in films like Hot Rods to Hell and playing bass in Willie Nelson's band. He also recorded his own album and performed on Shindig. Despite his talents, he faced challenges with substance abuse and living in his father's shadow. Later in life, Mickey Jr. found solace in faith, becoming a born-again Christian and dedicating himself to ministry work. He was married 3 times, with his last marriage being to Christy L. Brown in 2007. Mickey Rooney Jr. passed away on July 16, 2022, at the age of 77 in Glendale, Arizona, leaving behind a legacy of reinvention and resilience. Bob Amsberry was more than just a familiar face on the Mickey Mouse Club. He brought humor and heart to a show that defined a generation. As a talented songwriter, Bob composed memorable tunes like Super Goofy Shuffle and Doin' the Donald Duck Walk.
But the Super Goofy Shuffle is easier to do.
He does the Donald Duck walk, and you can do it too.
He was a beloved figure to millions of children across America in the mid-1950s, known for his comedic roles and zany sketches. Off-screen, his life was quietly unraveling. On November 21, 1957, Bob's journey ended tragically when his car veered off Highway 26 near Bend, Oregon, and crashed. The accident resulted in fatal injuries, claiming his life at just 29 years old. Bob's talent and promise were extinguished far too soon, leaving behind a legacy of joy and music. His posthumous voice acting credit in Sleeping Beauty remains a testament to his enduring impact on Disney's legacy. Bonnie Lou Kern was just a teenager when she joined the Mickey Mouse Club in its inaugural season of 1955. Her vibrant spirit and bright smile quickly made her a fan favorite, embodying the show's wholesome charm. Though her time on the show was brief, she remained proud of her Mouseketeer legacy.
And now, the Mouseketeers present a Mousketeer special entitled The Humphrey Hop.
After leaving the spotlight, Bonnie Lou stepped away from Hollywood to live a quiet, private life. She raised a family and cherished the simple joys far from fame. Her post-Disney career included work as a Muppeteer on The Muppet Show and other projects. Bonnie Lou was honored with the prestigious Mouse Car Award and the Key to Fantasyland, reflecting her enduring impact. On September 28, 2020, Bonnie Lou Kern passed away in Ohio at the age of 79 due to natural causes. Though her screen time was short, her legacy endures for those who grew up watching the original Mouseketeers. She will always be remembered as one of the originals who helped start it all. Bonnie Lou is survived by her 3 daughters, 6 grandchildren, and 13 great-grandchildren. These are the children of the 80s, but the story doesn't begin there. It begins 40 years earlier with the ones who first wore the ears.